Hi, I'm Stephen Hunt from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at wraparound arrow rests. So instead of a stick-on arrow rest like that, we're going to look at bolt-on arrow rests. And the reason we're going to look at that, this is my recurve bow, and I'm shooting in the heat. And it was 100 and, I'm going to go Fahrenheit because most of my viewers are American. It was 105 degrees in the heat, and my arrow rest started moving down. I didn't pick it up, my arrows just started moving down the target, and the next minute I looked, my arrow was not in the middle of my plunger, and I'm like, this is weird. Anyway, so I was like, basically, next shot, my arrow rest fell off. So you don't want that to happen in a tournament. So I want to look at different wraparound arrow rests and what's available on the market, and there's obviously more on the market than this. This is the SF or Win and Win velocity arrow rest. It's a straight bolt-on arrow rest. It's got micro, when I say micro adjustment, you can move this little arm left or right. Now I find this rest, this arm comes basically, it can move because it's only held in place by this one bolt here on the side. It's magnetic, it works fine. Besides that, about 20 bucks, $25, nice and cheap. Now the people who started this were AAE. I'm going to say they started it from what the company I can remember. This is the AAE free flight. I'm just looking. Now you can set this to be either it's a magnet which pushes the blade away from the bow, or you can put it to the magnet, pulls it in towards the bow. And when you shoot, this little arm here, the little wire that holds the arrow actually will move in. You can remove this little blade to the side here. You can remove that and just use a normal plunge button. This arrow rest here retails for around $45, I think. You can move the arrow rest in and out using this bolt here. It's a very stable arrow rest. It's got micro adjustment through the little Teflon button up here to move this in or out. $45. Now the top of the line wraparound arrow rest, which you bolt to the bow, we're going to show you how to do that in another video, is, you can see the packaging it's old, is the AE Micro. The AE Micro retails for about 120 Australian dollars. And this is what it looks like here. Now I find this is a lot more hardy than the $45 one. It was very hard for me to move the wire that holds the arrow in place. Micro adjustment left and right there, which to me seemed better. The same magnet on the side. You've got micro adjustment there through that little Allen key. To me, this was the best of the arrow rest. Now, depending on the cost of your bow, that will determine which arrow rest you're going to use, or just use a straight stick-on arrow rest. For me, I've replaced this arrow rest I had, which was a Descartes, sat on my bow for maybe 2 years, maybe a year, and I had no problems until it came off in the heat. Now it does come with a replacement backing, and if you want to stick it back on, you can use 3M tape, and if you're shooting recurve, I always recommend you have replacement tape. So how these things bolt on, you need a plunger which is longer than your standard plunger, because this is actually, the arrow rest is actually going to bolt on underneath the plunger. Now for this purpose, I've picked the AE long plunger. Most plungers, when I say most plungers, like Biter and the expensive plungers, do come with a longer option for wraparound arrow rests. But most people just use a straight stick-on arrow rest, and that's the way it goes. So very few people use wrap-on arrow rests. Wrap-on arrow rests were very popular probably 10 to 15 years ago. Now, when you bolt on an arrow rest to the bow, you bolt the arrow rest on with the first hole here, and the normal plunge button is the one closest to you. That's where the plunger goes. This is where you bolt the arrow rest to. The plunger button does not hold the wraparound arrow rest in place. I cannot stress that enough. Too many people grab this, they lock it on in place to hold the arrow rest in place, and they actually snap the barrel while trying to hold their lock on arrow rest in place. And the first thing they do is they come back to the shop and go, I've got a warranty claim, the plunger button snapped off. Then the manufacturer goes, well, the plunger button's not designed to do this. It's only a light barrel. It's not designed to be locked on with a set of multi-grips. And then you've got a problem, you've got a complaint in the shop, the manufacturer's not doing the warranty, the customer's not happy with you, and you're out of pocket, so you stop selling it, or you basically stop selling wraparound RRS and you go back to stick-on RRS. Now, A do make a lock-on RRS if you don't want to use the bolt. It's called the A lock plunger, and it's got a thicker barrel. But you basically bolt this to the riser and you can take the plunger off and on. It's just finger tight on. So that's the thing with plunger buttons. So I hope that's been informative. I'm going to go for the A micro, and the next video I'm going to show you how to install the RRS. Thanks for watching. Bye.